welcome to the Franchise Life. I am your host, Stacie Shannon. Today, we have two franchise brands that we're going to be featuring and talking about the benefits of, which is LashKind and Blo Blow Dry Bar. And with me today, I have Vanessa Yakobson, who is a partner in both brands. Welcome, Vanessa.
Thank you so much. So happy to be here, Stacie.
Yeah, my pleasure. All right, let's dive right in. Blo Blow Dry Bar, you have 150 plus locations throughout the United States. LashKind is an emerging franchise brand that was actually founded in Canada under a different name that you've
Right.
now rebranded and brought to the United States. You have awarded 5 franchise locations, so congratulations just this
Thank
year.
you.
Yeah. So let's dive into maybe the history of Blo Blow Dry Bar and how LashKind is coming into the picture and really leveraging a lot of that success that Blo Blow Dry Bar has already experienced.
Yes, absolutely. Well, if I may, I'll take you back even prior to Blo Blow Dry Bar's history. So back in 2001, Stacie, my husband came up with the idea of starting a children's hair salon chain here in Toronto, which is where I live and where we're based. And he started a wonderful brand, corporately owned. It became the place everyone in Toronto took their kids to get their hair done. And it expanded across the country, across Canada. And in 2009, somebody told us about Blo Blow Dry Bar, which was a 3-unit chain. Apologies for the chimes. A 3-unit chain that had been started in Vancouver, Canada by a mother-daughter team. And it was 2 years old at the time. So we learned about this wonderful new concept of a Blo Blow Dry Bar, a business that only offered styling services, no haircuts, no hair color, very unusual kind of a hair salon model. So we acquired it. My partners and I, my husband and our other partners acquired Blo Blow Dry Bar, brought it into the fold, turned it into a franchise system, and sold those 3 original corporately owned locations to franchisees who are still in our system today, all these years later. Fast forward a number of years, we sold the children's salon business so that we could really focus on growing Blo Blow Dry Bar. And about 9 years ago, I joined our team to work here as the CEO and lead our growth. And so we really focused over that time on developing our systems, making sure that we were really doing everything that we can to support our franchisees, which means ensuring that we are picking the right franchisees to partner with, that we're helping them find great locations, and that we are putting them through a robust training and onboarding process, and then forevermore providing them with best practice coaching, marketing resources, operational resources, et cetera, to set them up for success. And over that period of time, we realized we had gotten to a point where our systems were tight. We know what works. We know what franchisee excellence looks like, and we know what sort of support, what tools and resources we at the corporate office need to offer to help our franchisees succeed. And so we said, we need to find another brand to bring into our portfolio so that we can layer on all these best practices and systems that we've established. So we were very pleased a few years ago to find wonderful private equity partners who were really interested in investing in our business and helping us grow. And with that additional capital, we were able to make further investments. And ultimately, that led to the acquisition of a 6-unit lash and brow styling business, the largest of its kind in Canada, right here in our backyard in Toronto. It's called Mink Lash and Brow Bar. We bought it last year, turned it into a franchise system. And like you said, we have just launched it into the US market under the brand name LashKind. So that's our history in a big nutshell.
How exciting. So, what I really appreciate is about, I guess, how purposeful you and your partners have been is you built the systems and processes for Blow Blow Dry Bar. And you, in diversifying, you have introduced another brand that you can scale and grow based upon that experience and success that you've already had with Blow Blow Dry Bar. Uh,
That's right.
so both of these business models are very similar in nature, although they're offering different services and product offerings. They have a lot of very similar attributes.
Mhm.
So, and I guess one of the biggest values to a franchise owner is really that platform and what you don't see, right? The back end systems that you have put in place and perfected over a number of years. So, can you just talk me through? And one thing that's important to introduce also is you had mentioned to me that your initial LashKind franchise sales are to existing Blow Blow Dry Bar franchise owners. And I
That's
think
right.
that speaks volumes. I mean, these are people that have worked alongside you, have already put their trust in you, and now they're diversifying their portfolios with this new brand called LashKind.
Mhm.
So, back to the platform, can you just share what a potential franchisee, I mean, would really see and gain if they were looking at really either of these brands?
Absolutely. I'd love to tell you about it because it's what we're proudest of in this business. And you're right, the vote of confidence that our first 5 units were sold to existing Blow franchisees is the best way we could have gotten started, because these were franchisees saying, I love my Blow Dry Bar business. I love the team at head office. If you're doing this, I believe in the beauty space, and if it's with this team that we know and love and trust and depend on, we want to sign up. So that's been the greatest vote of confidence, because we really operate our business here at the head office around the notion that our franchisee is our number one customer. They've got other customers in their chairs and their bars, but our number one customer really is our franchisee. So everything we do at head office is about supporting them and giving them exceptional service. So as I said, it's about creating all those tools and resources to get them trained and then provide them with the ongoing best practice coaching and resources forevermore. So because the businesses are similar, I mean, that was originally the reason that we were attracted to the Mink brand, which has now become LashKind for the US market. We understand the customer. We know what she's looking for in terms of the guest experience and in terms of how the services make her feel. We understand the staff cohort, the stylists. We understand what they value, what motivates them, what's important to them. And we understand the franchisee. We understand why they love this business, why they love a business that makes people feel wonderful, their guests and their staff. So those are all the parallels that you alluded to. So for us, it was really very, I don't want to say easy because it's been a lot of work, but very clear to us what we needed to pick up from the Blow system and replicate. So franchisees onboarding with both Blow and LashKind are going to go through a robust training program. With Blow, it's countdown to blow off. With Lash, it's countdown to lash out. And that's a program that takes place over about 10 or 12 weeks, where your franchise business coach is going to walk you through step by step, week by week, over Zoom calls, through some online training resources that the franchisee can access at their own pace. Going to walk you through everything you need to know to own and operate your business, and at the same time walk you through the checklist of all those pre-opening steps to ensure that you're getting everything done in the right time frame. You know, when you start construction, when you order inventory, when you start recruiting, how to go about recruiting, etc. At the same time as they're going through their countdown training program, they're going to be working with our construction and real estate team. Real estate first, of course, to help them find the best possible locations. So we have a national broker that they can work with who's terrific. If they have a local broker, we'll work with them as well. So we're going to help them find the spot that meets the criteria demographically, meets the criteria physically in the space, and the rent has to make sense for the market. So we're going to evaluate all of that with them, coach them through the lease negotiation. Then we're going to work with them on construction. So give them guidance on how to go about getting bids from general contractors, help them review those bids so they can select the right contractor to work with. And then while the franchisee is going through our countdown training program, the construction team is also taking them through the countdown of that construction schedule to make sure their business is built on time, on spec, on budget. Then in the week before they open, and this is true for Blo and LashKind, our team comes down to the location to provide staff training, the stylist training, and to provide the franchisee and their front desk team with those final components of the operations training. And we're there with them through the soft open weekend to make sure everything goes smoothly, to make sure they understand how to use our software system, how to check customers in and out, how to coach their team members, how to start selling memberships. We have wonderful membership programs with both brands, which really help the franchisees get off to a strong start financially. So we make sure that all those things are working smoothly. We manage the grand opening marketing in both brands. The franchisee leaves it to us to get their grand opening marketing started. So we try to take a lot of that off their plates so they can focus on operations and what we refer to as community engagement marketing. So we're coaching them on how to go out into their communities, whose doors to knock on, who to partner with, and how to make those partnerships really work to drive business for them at the same time as we're overseeing digital marketing and some local PR work with influencers, that kind of thing. And once they're through that initial grand opening phase, they're going to have weekly calls with their franchise business coach. And that's an individual dedicated to helping them identify what their goals are for their business and then helping them plan all the right strategies and action steps to help them achieve their goals. So we provide them with that franchise business coach. The marketing team is there to provide them with marketing support to execute. They're going to be introduced to our wonderful community of franchisees. So LashKind and Blo franchisees are going to get to know one another. So another benefit to the LashKind franchisees is that the Blo franchisee peer group is going to become their peer group because there's so much that's similar about the operations. That's going to be a wonderful resource. And every year we come together at an annual meeting. So Blo and LashKind franchisees will be coming together to share learnings and interact with their peers, the corporate team, our vendor partners, etc. So that's the support and success that we offer to them.
Wow, incredible support. I mean, just listening to you, in my head, I just keep hearing clients ask me, well, what is the value of our franchise system? And everything you just described is absolutely the value that a franchise system brings, a good franchise system. So let's focus on LashKind for a moment. You talked about real estate. So what does the footprint of a LashKind studio look like?
We don't need a lot of space because what's neat about our LashKind concept, unlike some of our competitors, is that we've got one open communal space with multiple beds side by side. So this is not a quiet spa-like experience. This is a fun, vibey experience. You might be chatting with your stylist. You might be chatting with the customer lying on the chair next to you. You might be zoning out and relaxing, and that's okay too, but there'll be nice music playing. So because we're not doing individual treatment rooms, we don't need a huge space. So 800 to 1,000 square feet is probably the right sweet spot, which funnily enough is the same ideal size of a Blo location as well. Sometimes in the newer shopping centers today, there's nothing smaller than 1,000 or 1,200 square feet. And that's okay. For us, it's all about what the all-in rent is. What is that rent check going to be that the franchisee is going to be writing to the landlord every month? And does it make sense for the business model? So we try to keep footprint as small as possible so that rent is low, and also so that the build out costs are low. And again, because we're not looking at individual treatment rooms, a LashKind is not all that expensive to build if you compare it to other beauty businesses.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not having to build out individual rooms, that's going to take out a lot of the tenant improvement cost that
Correct.
a lot of people, when they go into a retail brick and mortar type footprint, have to endure.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so with both brands, you have the services, of course, with LashKind, lash extensions, tints, lifts, brow services. With Blow, you have various different blow services. You can do updos, a lot of different services. And then you also have products, which is an additional revenue service. Can you kind of talk through, what those products would look like and the benefit to a franchise owner?
Definitely. Retail is an important part of the revenue stream in both Blow and LashKind business models. So with LashKind, it's primarily about the products that people need to take home to maintain their service and to maintain the health of their natural lashes and brows. So we sell lash serums and brow serums that nourish the lashes or brows and keep them strong. We'll sell satin pillowcases to reduce friction. We'll sell eye masks that are concave so that you can sleep comfortably with your lashes protected. We sell makeup and makeup cleansers that are suitable for lash extensions and lash lifts, et cetera, et cetera. So that's a really important revenue stream. We give the franchisee and their staff tools, so an aftercare card, for example, that makes it very clear to the guest, here are the essentials that you need to take care of your new investment at home. And so that really helps drive the retail. At Blow, we sell all the products that we use for the hair services. We've got wonderful hair care product partners. Unite is one of them. Color Wow is another, both recognizable and really loved brands. So again, the customer is buying products that they can use to maintain the length of their blowout, get it to last those many days when they get home, or to recreate the looks when they get home as well. The other thing at Blow is that we offer makeup services, and that is also a really meaningful part of the business, because often you'll have your customers like me who are in Blow once or a couple of times a week to get their hair styled, never washing their hair on their own at home. And you'll get your customers who come in several times a year, more around special occasions. All our guests, especially the special occasion ones, love to get their makeup done. So we have just recently partnered this past year with Bare Minerals, again, a really highly recognized, really loved makeup brand. So our artists are using that in service for our customers, and those products are available to take home. And when you get your makeup done, you at least need the lipstick to touch up throughout the course of your day or evening. So that's a really important piece of the revenue stream as well.
What a nice addition. I was not aware of that. And I'm definitely familiar with Bare Minerals makeup line. It's fantastic. But you're absolutely correct. I mean, for those individuals that are more special occasion, going in and having a one-stop shop for your hair and makeup, that is
Yeah.
phenomenal. And I honestly, I mean, I don't know of another blow bar that does that. Um,
Mhm.
so let me ask you this. What would you say to a prospect if they were concerned about competition in both of these areas with LashKind and Blow?
We have found over the years that competition actually can be really helpful. Competition helps grow the category because the competition helps us do the task of educating customers. Not every woman knows what a blow dry bar is. Not every woman has experienced getting a blowout. Not every woman has experienced getting lash extensions or lash lifts, etc. So the competition does help us educate the market and grow the category. And then we know that if we operate with excellence and we have that really exceptional customer service delivery, quality products, a real focus on, in the LashKind case, the health of the natural lashes and brows. If we operate on all those aspects with excellence, then we know we're going to win in the market. So we don't fear the competition. We welcome it. We know it serves its purpose. And then we just focus and do our thing with excellence.
I love it. So one of the attributes that I absolutely love of both of these models is the recurring revenue business model. Um,
Yes.
these are, I would assume, membership-based type where you can buy a membership, and that then translates into the recurring revenue.
Mhm.
That is so important for individuals, for many individuals when they're looking for a business investment. I, in the past, owned a fitness studio. So through our membership model, I could forecast, at least for the next month or two, what that was going to look like, just in those memberships alone. What
Right.
are some of the other attributes that you would highlight?
About the membership program,
Well, about the
about
business model
the
itself.
business. Yeah, the membership is definitely really meaningful to us. And interestingly, we've had the membership at Blo for a long time, but it was sort of on the shelf and we didn't put a lot of focus on it until a few years ago when we started really understanding the benefit of the membership model in other beauty and wellness businesses. And so we turned our attention to focus on it. And as we've done so, as we've developed the training, coaching, support resources to help our franchisees and their teams sell memberships and retain members, it's become a really important part of the business. And for new franchisees, if they do a great job of focusing on selling memberships in those early days, getting to that 100 active member count really quickly within the first few months, we can see the benefit of the economics on the business of those new franchisees and how they're able to get on a quick path to cash flow break even. In the Lash model, we've got our Lash membership, we've also got our Brow membership, and in both models, we have packages as well. So to help customers save money, even those who don't want to commit to the recurring membership, helps our franchisees generate revenue and helps create that customer loyalty. So those are really key attributes of the business. I think for both our businesses, the multiple revenue streams are a really important aspect. So the multiple services offered with Blo and with LashKind, the service upgrades that are available, the retail products in both models, all of those things help drive up the average ticket price, which generates revenue, of course, for the franchisee and also generates earnings for the staff. So that really helps contribute to staff retention in both business models. And then the fact that the beauty space has become even bigger and more important to customers as they focus on beauty as wellness. We know how today people are really wanting to invest in those services and experiences that make them feel wonderful. And with our blowout and makeup services, with our lash and brow styling services, we know that we are really tapping into that. And we see that in the demand for our services in both models. So I think all those aspects make it, those are all really key attributes. The other thing I'll point out with both businesses, interestingly, is that we attract a really broad range of ages and life stages. So at Blo, you'll have our Blo minis, those little girls who come in with their moms to get their hair done. Maybe they've got an event, a dance competition. Maybe it's just mommy and me time. You've got your high school and college students who are coming in around their events. You've got your brides, your professional women, your stay-at-home moms, your bridal party, the girls' night out group, different ages and stages. And that really means that customers come into our system and they grow up with us. And the same is true with LashKind. You've got a range of service pricing. So you might have your younger women not ready to invest in lash extensions who take advantage of lash lifts. Everybody needs their brows shaped, no matter the age and life stage. So that's a really important attribute of both business models, is that we attract this broad customer demographic.
Oh, I love it. I've been the beneficiary of a blowout before at a dry bar, and it actually is just nice me time also. It's great. And I don't do it regularly, but when I do, it is such an enjoyable experience and
Mhm.
absolutely love the outcome.
Yeah,
So let me ask you this, Vanessa, you did a great job of describing and sharing how you know who your customer is, what she represents, what she, not physically, but what she looks like in essence.
yeah.
Who is your ideal candidate or franchise owner? What attributes are you looking for?
Great question. So we want people who really love being able to deliver that wonderful guest experience to their customers. So they do need to have that customer service bent. They need to enjoy managing a team. Especially at Blow, they're going to have a sizable team. LashKind too, but the team at Blow will be larger. So managing people is something that they should enjoy and be adept at. They might not have had extensive experience with it, and that's okay. We're going to teach them everything they need to know. Or maybe they've had experience managing a team, for example, in a corporate environment. Managing a team of stylists is going to be quite different. But again, we're going to teach them what they need to know. But I think it's interesting to note that for many of our franchisees, they come into this business because they themselves have experienced how wonderful a blowout or a lash service makes you feel. They want to spread that joy to their customers, and they see the value proposition as a business. What they come to realize once they become franchisees is that another area of such great reward is the staff management, and knowing that they're creating this wonderful place to work, this great career opportunity, a place where team members can earn a great living and feel really proud of their work. So that staff management piece becomes a really key benefit to our franchisees with both business models. The other thing we look for is people who are very comfortable being out in the community, representing their business, people who feel very confident and comfortable to be able to approach other local business owners or hotel concierges or charity partners so that they can help build awareness for their business, do that networking, build those cross promotions. Again, we'll teach them the best practices and give them the tools they need to succeed on that front. But we always say you can't be shy to be successful as a franchisee with our system. So you've got to feel comfortable and really enjoy that community networking piece.
Yeah, the beautiful thing about both of these models, and you mentioned it, is they really are feel good businesses. I mean,
Yes.
you have individuals walking in and walking out with just feeling even more beautiful and fulfilled than they did walking in. So, um,
True.
Vanessa, your passion definitely shines through, and I can't wait to see how LashKind grows to the same maturity and as Blow has been a success for you
Thank you.
today. Um, so any last notes? I mean, you are focused on certainly still growing the Blow brand throughout the United States. And certainly taking LashKind and growing it uh, to the same level or beyond as Blow. Any other last comments for prospective franchise owners out there that might be looking at your brand?
Well, I'll just say that we always focus on growing responsibly. That's been my sort of mantra ever since I took the helm at our team. There are too many franchise brands out there that have grown so quickly, sold lots of locations and not had the infrastructure to support their franchisees. So we've taken those cautionary tales very seriously, which is why it's been such an important focus of ours to grow responsibly and make sure that we've got the infrastructure, the resources, the right people on our leadership team, the right people in our marketing and operations departments to support our franchisees. So I want people to feel well assured that if they come into our system with either or both of our brands, that we've got their back, so to speak, and our team is well equipped to support them as we continue to grow as a company.
Yeah, that is so powerful, Vanessa. Day in and day out, I see those brands that you're referencing that are just hyper focused on sales and then falter in the support on the other end of that. So it's so reassuring to hear that you're focused on responsible growth. Well,
Yeah.
for anybody, thank you so much, Vanessa, for joining me today to highlight both Blow Dry Bar and LashKind. For anybody that is interested in learning more about either of these fantastic brands, please feel free to reach out to me at Stacie@fusionfranchising.com. Thanks and have a great day.